Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Mega Life 21, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet. I am here at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey, and we are also quite possibly recording these video shows for the World Wide Web and cyberspace. Also, they will be used for our show discussions, which you can hear on Fridays on our hard-hitting internet talk radio station, okay, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless we decide to change it. And you can go to our hard-hitting internet talk radio station by going to our primary homepage, which is www.newslettercensored.com, and at the top of the front page you'll see the link to our internet talk radio station. Corporate and FCC free. That's the way we like it. Okay, now, I am here with my co-host and mentor, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. How are you, sir?
Fine.
All right, it is Saturday, January the 8th, 2011. Okay, countdown. I always say that, the countdown to infamous 2012. Ooh. I know. You get tired of hearing me say that. But anyway, and here is the self-portrait of the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, my co-host. This is one of his many, many multitudes of fine watercolor paintings. He is a well-established watercolor artist, and based on availability, you can receive one of his paintings. I believe the bidding starts at $500. Excuse me while I drink. Being that this is a health talk related show, okay, I believe it will be an extension to Health Talk Volume 10, possibly. This is my antioxidant-rich, certified organic green tea with mixed berries.
The only way you'll probably be able to get vitamins in the near future, unless you go to a physician and he writes you a prescription.
I'm glad you said that, Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, because I want to discuss something very disturbing. Of course, you've heard me say that the drug companies who make astronomical profit on their poison, which is patented, which is why they make astronomical profit on their poison, and has many, 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 many negative side effects.
Kill people.
That kills
people.
Get
away with it.
Right, and they put it to market without testing it adequately and long enough. You know, what's the standard? The double-blind placebo.
Double-blind placebo, but it's crooked. It's corrupt. All of their doctors are on the panels, etc., etc. They pay for the study. You get a study about sugar. Guess who paid for it?
The food industry.
The sugar industry.
The sugar industry.
You get something about booze. Guess who pays for it?
The liquor industry?
Liquor industry. So you're going to get anything said bad about it?
So the poison-laden American food industry, which by the way also makes the sugar-laden cereals that cost like $5 a box, and all the foods you see in the supermarket loaded with chemicals and preservatives and toxins, okay? Like trans fats, hydrogenated oil, which increases the shelf life, by the way, of baked goods. All this poison made by the American food industry, these people have lobbyists just like any other corporation. And the lobbyists tempt and taught and tempt politicians, congressmen, senators, and whatever, and get them to do their dirty deeds, their bidding. And that's what happens. And the drug company is no stranger to this technique. And of course, when you go to a drug-pushing allopathic doctor and you have new symptoms because of the original drug he prescribed, he gives you another drug to take care of those symptoms, and then you need another drug, and you're going back and forth, And of course, the drug pushing. One moment, please. This machine really fucking pisses me off. Anyway, the doctor, the allopathic drug pushing physician, gets paid every time you have to return to him to get a new prescription filled, and it goes on and on and on, and you have a medicine chest before you know it. Lo and behold, your medicine chest is loaded with prescription patented drugs.
And your body is nothing but a reservoir to get rid of those drugs. Much like our water is a reservoir to get rid of fluoride.
Well, now, because of Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory program on the corporate takeover of the world's aquifers, from what I understand, the bottled water, where the companies take our water from the ground and bottle it and sell it back to us, contains harmful chemicals designed to make mainstream America sterile, so the poor cannot reproduce, so the world's population can decrease.
Our sperm count has gone down by, I'd say, about 50%.
50%.
So we're not as fertile as we used to be.
50% reduction in the sperm count, right?
Anna Louise Gittleman.
What did Anna Louise Gittleman say?
That's it.
Okay. Well, anyway, the bad news is that the FDA is going after vitamin C, particularly intravenous vitamin C therapy, vitamin C therapy, just like all of alternative medicine, has a much greater success rate than drug pushing traditional allopathic medicine.
And that's why they're going after it.
Because it cuts into their profit, right?
That's correct.
Now, I read a story about a man that was doomed in, I think it was New Zealand, somewhere. And the doctors gave him no hope, and the family and the sick man wanted intravenous vitamin C therapy, and of course the drug-pushing doctors said no, and then eventually they gave in and they let him receive the therapy, and lo and behold, he made a complete recovery. And then something happened, and they stopped him from getting the intravenous vitamin C therapy, and the man regressed and went back to his original hopeless illness. Long story short, he went back to intravenous vitamin C and made a complete recovery. Anyway, the FDA, the people that are the people in the United States that work for the government, whose primary job is to protect our health, mainstream America, okay, is going after the holistic health industry, the vitamin companies and everything. They want to pass a law, Codex Alimentarius, where you have to get a prescription from a medical doctor to take any vitamin, mineral, or herbal supplement. They want to ban all these supplements. Even your right to take vitamins, minerals, herbs, any nutritional product where optimal health will prevent you from getting sick. Prevention through nutrition, through optimal health. The basic nutritional program that the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman has talked about many times, that will keep you healthy and keep the doctor away. You know, like the old, Ben Franklin, apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, anyway, they want to take away your, which should be God-given right to stay healthy and not to be victimized by the drug company racket, which is a racket.
It's all a racket. They want to hook you on everything. Privatize everything, hook you on everything. Captive consumer. That's what it's all about. Greedy corporations, global-wise, worldwide,
Yeah.
wanting to hook you on a product and just continue buying it. Antidepressants. They don't do a damn thing. And how many people are on antidepressants?
Too many.
I had a personal experience just a few days ago.
Okay.
A young lady, depressed,
Right.
supposedly takes Wellbutrin, found her taking Xanax and Ativan also
On top of that.
for conditions that were caused as side effects by the drugs.
Didn't the Columbine shooters, weren't they on
Suicidal thoughts,
psychiatric medication?
Constipation.
Like, what is it, Zoloft, Panax, or Panax?
mood swings,
Paxil.
schizoid, depersonalization, the whole thingamajig.
The whole gamut of negative side effects, dangerous negative side effects by psychiatric drugs.
And she's taking the drugs for conditions that she has, that she's thinking the drugs are going to cure, when in fact the drugs are causing the conditions.
Why didn't she try standardized extract of...
Because she doesn't listen.
Let me finish. Why didn't she Why didn't she try a standardized extract of St. John's wort, which is hypericum, or homeopathic hypericum?
She has a problem with that. But the problem itself,
She has a problem with it?
yeah,
Why? Because she only does what her doctor tells her to?
I don't know what the problem was. But the problem is that the condition which she refers to as depression,
Yeah.
it's not really depression.
What do you think it is?
It's nutritional.
Nutritionally related. Maybe she's
Yeah.
lacking in minerals like magnesium.
She is. And also vitamins. It is hit. It
B
is
complex.
what is that terminology? The catch can?
Yeah.
I'll take some vitamins one day, I won't take them the next day. I'll take them the day this way, I'll take them the other. It's all this kind of crap.
In other words, they're not regiment in the way they
Eating
take this.
and eating the same thing.
First-
Not on schedule.
See, in order for natural holistic supplements, natural supplements to work, you have to change your eating habits from a toxic negative program to a positive one, healthy program. You have to detox, because everybody living in a modern America is loaded with toxins. You have to detox, otherwise you cannot absorb the vitamins and minerals and enzymes and all the phytonutrients. Then you have to take the supplements in the proper recommended doses, and if you're sick, you have to take optimal therapeutic dosages, not RDAs, and you have to take them every day. Just like you cannot miss your meals. Your meals have to be regimented. You know that. I mean, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisman.
Absolutely.
Now, Dr. Bill eats every day what he calls his nut and seed meal. Now, say a little bit about your nut and seed meal, which is low carb, high protein.
The nut and seed meal is my last meal of the day, which usually consists of almonds, walnuts, peanuts, sunflower seeds raw, and at this particular time, there's some pistachios in there.
Thanks to yours truly, I gave him a bunch of raw shelled pistachios, and
With a little bit of poppy seeds.
from Iran, imported.
Iran.
Right now,
Pistachios.
right, like when the Iron Sheik used to say Persian pistachios. Anyway, this is an outstanding mineral-loaded, essential fatty acid-loaded, probably most
Carb
likely
healthy.
carb healthy, fiber, high protein, non-animal source, of course, low carb. It's excellent. Essential fatty acids is abound in the nuts and seeds, and also
It's satiating. It lasts until the next day.
well, yeah, because for you dieters out there, essential fatty acids, oils, healthy fat is an excellent way to balance your blood sugar. Because you dieters out there that have periods where you feel very hungry, you get the munchies, that's because your blood sugar is dipping sharply, it's crashing, because you're not taking in the essential fatty acids, the good fats. Another problem with traditional, allopathic drug-pushing medicine is that the American Dietetic Association is still telling people that all fats are bad. It's not true. Bad fats are bad, like hydrogenated, trans fats, even animal fat, which has some nutritional value, like with stearic acid. Coconut oil has omega-9, I believe, omega-9 fatty acids. It's very healthy. The South Pacific Islanders are proof of that. These are good fats, and they will, even butter, which is loaded with fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, will stabilize your blood sugar, so you'll feel full for a long time, as opposed to the
munchies. The
diet that your doctor prescribes, which is high carbohydrates, high sugar, and maybe if you're lucky, they're smart enough to prescribe fiber, but it's low protein and low fat. And a lot of people that complain about the Atkins diet not working for them, well, it's because they simply cut out the fats, because they're programmed, they're brainwashed to believe that all fats are bad. So that's why your Atkins diet failed on you and didn't work. Not because the Atkins diet fails. It's not a failure. It's a high success diet. High protein, low carbs, the ketogenic diet is very successful. But you have to work with it. You have to work with it, you can't work against it, You can't keep doing the bad things, and have the bad habits and the bad eating habits and smoking, whatever. If you're trying to quit smoking and you're taking a homeopathic product to quit smoking, and things of that nature, you just have to work with it, and it'll work, and that's it. But I just want to show people. Oh, by the way, Codex Alimentarius, I'm very shocked, was passed
Europe,
in the European Union, and particularly in Germany, which I'm very shocked, because Germany was always a leader in alternative medicine.
Commission E used to do all those studies.
Always a leader in alternative medicine, complementary medicine. Okay, that the late great Dr. Robert C. Atkins and Carlton Fredericks used to talk about, and they absolutely, I don't know how they got it passed in the European Union. Corruption?
Sure.
You think drug companies
drug
companies were behind that?
Oh, big time.
So if Codex Alimentarius, which takes away your God-given right, just like you have a right to a good health care and a happy, content retirement and things like that, you have a right. You have your freedom of choice to take vitamins and not be a victim of the drug company racket. Well, guess what? The devil won its war in the European Union with corporate greed, and it won't be long before Codex Alimentarius starts breathing down the neck and, God forbid, winning in Washington in the United States, because the FDA, they're in bed with the drug companies.
Yeah, they're looking for a way to institute it in the United States.
Now, here,
as quickly and as unknown as possible.
Now, if that took place, and you won't be able to buy vitamins and minerals and herbal products in the United States anymore, and the forces of evil started winning, which won't surprise me, because we are living in the end times, Bible prophecy, maybe teas might be a way to beat the system. Now, I don't know if they will allow this company. This is a company, called the Triple Leaf Tea Company, which is traditional Chinese herbal medicine teas. But they have to be careful how they word it. They have to be careful.
Yeah.
They have to be careful what they put on the box. Outstanding company. They have an outstanding array of medicinal products, but they will have to change possibly the titles on the box. And you can find this tea. It's a family-owned business in San Francisco, California. Authentic Chinese herbal medicine put together by Chinese herbalists, and their website is www.tripleleaf-t.com, and then their email is tripleleaf-t.com, and they're on the internet. Okay, and you can find these products in Asian markets or at the vitamin shop. But, you know, they would have to change, like, you know, one T says blood pressure. They couldn't say that anymore. Codex Alimentarius. One says cold and flu time. Now, they'll have to say, I don't know, immune strength or immune health.
Something.
Horny goat.
Maybe they won't even be able to claim that.
Horny goat weed, which is the male formula.
Ooh.
Maybe they could say horny goat weed. Herbal laxative. Nah, that's not bad.
I don't know.
Maybe. Sugar balance, they'll have to say something else. You know, so on and so on and so on. And relaxing tea. But anyway, if they change the wording, they might be able to get away with it. Now, remember I told you about my antioxidant-rich berry tea? Well, this tea I get at a Polish market. Because why? Because the American companies like Celestial Seasoning use a lot of filler like rose hips and hibiscus flower as a primary ingredient, and also what's that other one, chicory or something, I don't know. They use a little too much filler, because when you read ingredients, the ingredients on the label that are first are the predominant ones. Now this one, don't ask me to spell it because it's in Polish. But as you can see, it's called Forest Blend. Forest, they do give you an English label. Forest Fruit Herbal Tea. First ingredient, blueberry fruit. Very good so far. Second ingredient, raspberry fruit. Third ingredient, rowan berry fruit. Then fourth ingredient, elderberry fruit. Very good for the immune system. Very powerful. Okay. Aronia fruit. Then rose hips, blackberry fruit, hibiscus. It's mostly antioxidant-rich berries. Okay. Red and blue berries, colored berries, and you can look up these fruits on the internet, and they do have a very impressive nutritional history. Well, anyway, that's what I take, that's what I drink, because you can't count on quality for the consumer with an American company, and it tastes pretty damn good, you know, loaded with natural polyphenols, you know, anthocyanidins. And natural vitamin C, of course. And when you drink green tea, folks, the polyphenol antioxidants in green tea, epa-gallico-catechin galates, work much better, are more enhanced by drinking your green tea with an acid environment, like an ascorbic acid, vitamin C. You can take vitamin C with it. Or you can take something like this. It works better in an acid environment. Lemon juice in your tea. You can take lemon zinger with it. But anyway, the tea approach might be a way to get around the Codex Alimentarius law to maintain your health through nutrition and antioxidants, providing they don't use any medical words. Now, you could take other products like desiccated liver from Argentina, okay, brewer's yeast, spirulina, Hawaiian-grown spirulina from the Pacific Ocean. You could take certain things, but they cannot word it in a medical way. This might be a way to beat the system. Now, beating the system we shouldn't have to do this, Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman. No, we shouldn't have to buck heads with rights that we naturally should have to begin with. And doesn't this all fulfill Bible prophecy of the beast and the Antichrist and the
prophesied downfall of the United States of America,
the revival of the
and the other countries that are inhabited by the modern-day descendants of ancient Israel, the 10 lost tribes.
The King of the North, the revival of the Holy
King
Roman
of the
Empire.
North, the revival of the Holy Roman Empire in Europe.
So possibly
The beast.
the beast. So possibly the global plutocracy.
The beast will be the power at that time for 3.5 years. You will not be able to conduct any business in the world without the mark of the beast, whether in your forehead or in your hand,
Like a computer chip in your head,
whatever.
whatever it is. So do you sense a direct tie-in between the current conservative promoted global plutocracy, corporate plutocracy that we have now, trying to take away your rights, the rights of mainstream America, the rights of the people?
The breaking of the country has been broken financially. The
Right.
dollar will no longer be the reserve currency. So the United States will not recover, according to Bible prophecy, from this financial disaster, since we are under a curse. We got our blessings, now it's time for the curse.
Now,
And we are not under a curse for Pat Robertson's or the late Jerry Falwell's problems with gays,
oh yeah,
abortionists.
the right-wing fundamentalist, evangelical,
Bugaboos.
Bible Belt, red state, so-called Christians. These counterfeit Christians like to blame every natural disaster on God's punishment for people that they don't approve of,
Yeah.
like gay bashing that they do. The gays.
But in fact, the curse is given for one thing and one thing only. We read about it in Matthew 24. False religion. The first commandment. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. The United States, which Republicans paint as a Christian nation, has the wrong God and is committing idolatry.
Love of money is idolatry.
That too. And there's your big thing. It has nothing to do with gays, abortionists, secularists, and all the other bugaboos.
They have committed a much greater sin, the conservatives. The conservatives, so you people out there that were duped into supporting corporations, no matter if it's the greedy drug companies that want to take away your right to maintain your health and maintain optimal health and live a very long, ripe, to a ripe old age in health, and possibly live to 150 years old, which, from what I understand, the human body was designed to live, or whether it be any other rights that are taken away from you because of corporate control. I mean, corporations are killing the planet with their poisons,
They're killing us.
pollution. Okay, you cannot eat a fish from an American river more than one fish per week. That's bad.
Disgusting.
You can only consume one fish per week that was caught in an American river. That's pretty bad, man. And that's the fault of corporations. And of course the politicians let them do what they want because,
Because they provide jobs.
oh, they provide jobs.
That's one of the excuses.
They provide jobs. Very interesting.
What about down in with the oil spill down in the Gulf?
Gulf oil spill. The guy apologizes profusely, but the problem is it might stop the Gulf Stream from flowing, and then we'll be plunged into an ice age.
But a lot of those people would have lost jobs. So that's what it comes down to. I mean, we are in a state of slavery. Now, if we're in a state of slavery, first of all, everybody is a slave who does not have their own property.
If you don't have your own property and you do not own your own work,
Yeah.
or have a successful business, if you're lucky.
So stating that we are a slave in one way or another, would we rather be a slave to a dictatorship corporation or our government, which we are a part of?
You're right. What would you rather have, conservatives? Would you rather have a society controlled by big government, or a society controlled by corporations? What would make you feel more comfortable and secure? You know what? I'd rather pick the big government with all the government programs, because corporations will cast you into slavery, and the biggest piece of shit is a corporate American CEO. I mean, they don't want you. They want you to work for they want you to be a slave. They don't want to pay you anything. They don't want to give you any benefits. And all you multitaskers out there, you corporate ass kissers that are so proud, I'm a multitasker. Hey, look at me, I'm a yuppie. They love me at work. They made me employee of the month, employee of the year. I multitask. I'm on salary. I don't get paid for overtime. I work for free after 40 hours.
9 people's jobs.
Huh?
I do 9 people's jobs.
I do the job of 9 people. Look at me, I'm so talented. Oh, by the way, I took a cut in pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Chris Christie cut some social work, the pay of state workers after they got a raise? He took it away.
And he laid off teachers, and he laid off everybody. And he was supposed to be providing jobs for the Jews.
Isn't that like when Harpo Marx, a thing attached to it, needs to pull it out of their pocket?
Or Lucy with the football with Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Every time she'd hold the football for him, and every time he'd go to kick it, she'd take it away. She'd
take it away. One moment, please. I don't know why I let go. I should have kept it with me, but I'm gonna. So, recapping the whole thing, Reverend Dr. William J. Eisman, Bible prophecy is being fulfilled with the greed and of corporations and conservatives, and with the corruption, of course, and the sin of idolatry, which is the love of money, which is idolatry, worshiping another god
before the Creator.
And the church really is the bank, and they pass themselves off as real Christians, but they're really counterfeit Christians, because of course
the white horse
of the horsemen of the apocalypse, false religion, false teaching. The whole world shall be.
Many shall come in my name.
Now, where does it say the whole world shall be deceived? That's Revelation
12:9.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 9. The whole world shall be deceived.
The whole world is deceived.
And that's the Republican conservative propaganda succouring mainstream America to blame everything on liberals, progressive liberals, and vote Republican. And now the Republicans are going to seal the fate of the United States of America, take away your right to take nutritional supplementation, and have you become a victim of the big drug company racket, and become a victim to working for probably less than minimum wage, because Republicans do not like the minimum wage law. They do not like to give you benefits. They do not like to give you unemployment compensation. They do not like to give you welfare.
Their health care.
Huh?
Their health care.
Health care.
Don't get sick.
Don't get sick, because
if you do, die.
Die, because they don't believe in charity care. They don't believe in a Medicaid card, which sucks anyway. They don't believe in. They want you to get a job, which isn't there, to pay for your own health insurance.
But they don't do it.
But they get everything for free. Congressmen, senators, governors, they get like $175,000 a year, and they still don't pay for their own retirement, IRA, and their health care.
Exactly.
They don't pay for it.
But they want you to.
But they want you to pay for it. And if the Weeper of the House, Mr. Congressman John the Bartender Boehner, the Stan Laurel of the House of Representatives, If he wants America not to have a public option and to have affordable health insurance, guess what, GOP? You have to have a fucking job. A steady, full-time job in America with job security.
By a manufacturer
in
or
order
a
to pay for it.
corporation that is in America.
That's right. A corporation and a job that's in America and not outsourced like Japan does it. They keep everything in Japan, and their corporations take care of their workers and their families. And by the way, to all you lemmings, to all you Tea Party middle class idiot lemmings that have been giving me a lot of heat, giving us a lot of heat on YouTube with our videos, I got news for you. I don't know who's telling you that the European Union and Canada's healthcare system does not work. Somebody's telling you this. These are lies. This is conservative propaganda. It works just fine. Even though the taxes may be higher, but everybody's taken care of.
That's right. You get a lot more for them.
Now,
our taxes, we pay the taxes. The taxes go back to corporations and subsidies and tax breaks and everything else. In the European states, the taxes go for programs that help the people.
yeah.
As simple as that.
And the true consumer, historically, well, the backbone of the American economy, according to the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisenman, has always been the little guy, small businesses, the entrepreneurs. People, traditionally, Americans always relied on local businesses for everything, for all their needs. Now, it's becoming an extinct dinosaur, the mom and pop stores, the entrepreneurs, and
Walmart moves in and goodbye to all of Main Street.
The greedy Walmart moves in, say goodbye to Main Street. You have Main Street supplied the jobs. Main Street supplied the products and the goods that, America relied upon. Now you don't have Main Street anymore. And who do we have to blame? The wonderful, magical, hypnotic, phony baloney, conservative propaganda that suckered everybody to believe in their lies and vote Republican. So now you better get used to being a slave, and if you don't make it, well, you die. And forget about asking your friends and relatives for money and to take you in, because you can't always depend on that. And forget about the churches finding you a home and feeding you, because
you can only do that on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
They can only afford to do it on Thanksgiving and Christmas, where the two-party system politicians do a photo opportunity and scoop it looks like a cheap-ass Swanson TV dinner, the turkey and shitty stuffing and gravy and dehydrated mashed potato mix, and maybe a little corn and a little cranberry sauce, and scoop it on a little tray, a little plate. And that is what they give you. That is what the elitists of the two-party system, the people that sold you out, the American voter, that's what they do. That's what you have to look forward to. So go ahead and give us heat. Go ahead and say how great Sarah Palin is and everything. Go ahead.
Sarah Palin is an empty skirt.
A what?
Empty skirt.
Empty skirt, empty head too, right?
That's what it means.
Sarah Nailing Palin. Listen, the United States is destined to be doomed according to Bible prophecy. Get used to it. And that is it. The only thing that is going to save humanity as a whole, not just the United States, but the whole globe, the whole world, is the second coming of Christ, where he's not going to come back as this gentle, namby-pamby, laid-back, person out like Hollywood portrayed him. He's going to come back probably very angry.
With a rod of iron.
With a rod of iron.
He shall rule with a rod of iron.
So
he's going to spank some ass, baby.
He's going to kick ass. So you Pat Robertsons out there. Well, I can't pick on Jerry Falwell.
Jerry's taking the dirt sleep.
Jerry's dead. Jerry Falwell is deceased. You Pat Robertsons, you Newt Gingrich, the Gingrinch that stole Christmas. You Rush Limbaugh's. You Sean Hannity's. What's the other guy?
Michael said.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
John Boehner, whatever you're going to call him.
Mitch McConnell.
The Conservative Coven of Witches, the Ann Coulters, all of them. Christine
O'Donnell.
Christine, the
no, I am not a witch.
The I am not a witch. O'Donnell. Take them all, put them all together. You know, T. Boone Pickens, who greedily is trying to buy up all the aquifers in the United States and control your drinking water. All these people that think they're real hot shit now. It'll come as in a twinkling of an eye when you least expect it. And guess what? You're not going to take a single penny with you when you go on to meet your maker. So remember, that's it. You come into this world naked as a jaybird, and that's how you're going to leave. So all of your riches, all of your political ideas, keep on enjoying it. And enjoy screwing people in the free market capitalist system. Be proud of your GOP political party. You'll be in for a rude awakening. So, I mean, who knows? You know, I just want to say, keep up the good work, Jesse Ventura. Outstanding. A true, real American hero. Alex Jones, American hero. Dr. Gary No, another great American hero. Is Ralph Nader still in the picture?
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, Ralph Nader actually likes Senate Bill S-510.
And what does...
that food safety bill.
He's starting to kiss corporate ass? Ralph Nader?
Either he hasn't read it properly.
Ralph Nader, you better read it.
Something.
Here it is. The very foundation of our organization, Newsletter Censored. Brand new issue titled The Hidden Enemy. It contains the 5 taboos of American life: politics, religion, health, sexuality, and child rearing. It is the kind of information that most people are afraid to hear. Can you handle it?
And the hidden enemy is about the takeover, the coup against Franklin Delano Roosevelt during the 30s by the elites, the rich and business people of this country.
And the conservatives.
Well, of course they're conservative.
Sound familiar to you? Nothing is new under the sun. And what about General Smedley Butler?
A true, patriotic American. He could have been the dictator of the United States, but he did not want it, and he prevented anybody else from getting the job.
And he is the one that originally said that war is a racket.
War is a racket. War is hell.
And the war, the modern wars,
profit-making business for the few.
The modern wars of America are for big business, for making profit, at the expense of the lives of the children from the little people, the mainstream. Go to www.newslettercensored.com. Click on the printable order form, and with your gift to support this work, get your free annual subscription. Like I said before, the kind of information that most people are afraid to hear. Can you handle it? Take care. Thank you for joining us for for Health Talk. I know we had a lot to say about politics and religion, Christianity, but we started off primarily as a Health Talk video here at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in Northeastern New Jersey. And this time I have my co-host and mentor with me, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eisman. I want to thank you. Take care, sir. Thank you.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Good day.